I think the key questions around truth and justice and liberty have to be centered immediately, focused or centered immediately on what it means to be a human being.
At a time when the quest for truth, justice, and freedom is more urgent than ever, a group of scholars, theologians, and students came together in Rome to ask, will the 2025 Jubilee mark a turning point in the intellectual and spiritual pandemic which has plagued modern man for a quarter century? Is it still possible to reverse course amid a landscape of deviant anthropologies and secularized politics? The Acton Institute, with the Pontifical Gregorian University's Faculty of Philosophy, held an international conference on truth, justice, and liberty in a pluri-anthropological world, with more than 300 leaders in church social thought. Dr. Michael Miller of the Acton Institute spoke at this conference on the 5 false anthropologies and the role the church has in responding to these societal changes.
The church has key things to do, and as it always has done. I think it's St. Augustine said something like, don't wish to live in the future, don't wish to live in the past, be content with where God put you. And the church has the message, I would say, the good news, the gospel. Part of the gospel is the good news, the gospel about the human person, what it means to be a human person. So I think the church has to teach anthropology. I think continue to teach and revive maybe even the theology of the body that John Paul developed so well.
The organizing committee stressed that it was particularly important to have these conversations in the Eternal City.
And so here, of course, in Rome, in the center of the Catholic Church, the center of the world, really, we thought it was important to have this conversation where we talk about truth and justice, but from the lens of the human person created in the image of God.
Underpinning the entire conference was the certainty of Catholic truths and the need to share them with the wider society in these times of difficulty and confusion.
I think that the clearest, most coherent, and also most elegant vision of the human person that aligns with our lived experience and gives us a mental model of how to navigate a complex world is Catholic anthropology. And so it's something that we need to share.
As the Eternal City continues its preparations for the 2025 Jubilee, the conference invites us all to begin preparing spiritually.